Y'all, Joe here, Southern Coast of Cooking, coming at you. I've got a very important video coming here. I just want to do a preface to it. This is our Memphis in May competition rib cook-off. The video I got, we were so excited to run around. I got a bunch of photos. I'll stream those in at the end of the video for you guys. The video basically consists of some of the prep for the ribs, things like that. You'll see at the end, it's a pretty long segment of that's when one of the judges comes by. They're talking to Mr. Lucci, and he is doing the presentation. He's always done that. He's an expert at presenting barbecue and things like that. If you want to, skip through that, you can and see the pictures afterwards. But I highly suggest. I know it's hard to hear. Just crank your volume as you can and listen to it. Very interesting to hear questions that the judges ask and how to answer those questions and present your product. Is a big part of the MBN or whatever, the Memphis in May barbecue experience contest. Tell you a little bit about basically the setup of things. We were there with good friends of ours. Again, that was Mr. Lucci. Sarge was there. His daughter was there. Rory was there. There's a piece of the team. They used to actually cook back in around 2000. They started out and they had two teams. They had the Whole Hog Cafe, which we cooked under that flag. Of course, this past weekend, and then they also had the Southern Gentlemen's Club. Last time I was with these guys, of course, I was merely there as a spectator. I was 22 years old, I think, and these guys back then did the whole hog competition, and won whole hog with one team, and then the other team, I believe, they actually won. Won whole hog with one. And the next year, I think they won ribs with the other team or something like that. Anyway, they had two teams. Just really, really awesome. It was awesome to be there. When they won the whole hog deal, first place whole hog. Won first place whole hog. Actually, I think they won second place ribs that year. Huge. So they own Whole Hog Cafe, stuff like that. Anyway, most of them have gotten out of it. I think this year it was just, of course, it was Mr. Lucci. It was my mentor that got me into barbecue and everything. Good friend of my dad's, and this guy has been doing this for 30 years. Excellent, palate for barbecue and any kind of food. He's traveled the world, all sorts of restaurants, done everything like that. Just an awesome guy. And then Sarge, he's a great pit master. I was just, there being sort of an apprentice to their just expertise, just soaking up, information, helping out where I could, just wanting to be a part of the team. So it was us, 3 or 4 of us. My dad was there, my brother was there. You'll see them in the pictures. And again, I can't thank Mr. Steve Lucci and Sarge and for the just opportunity for us to come out and just, play ball with the big boys. In the end, it was crazy how close these scores are in these contests when you get into the higher end stuff. We actually finished 13th out of 147 teams in ribs. Okay, let me rewind real quick, tell you how Memphis in May does. You can compete in ribs, shoulder, or whole hog. Only pick one. Okay, and then the winner of whole hog, ribs, or shoulder all get up on stage, the number one winner, and they compete, or they tally up, they tell you who was the grand champion, okay, who had the best score breakdown to the decimal point, things like that. So you have your first round. That's where we were, again, with all the contestants, all 147. We scored an almost perfect score, which was, we were 0.46 points from being a perfect score, and it just shows you it went down to the decimal point to where we had some teams above us, and we also had the master of ribs so far as Mr. Heath Riles, who ended up winning the whole thing. But anyway, so we did not get into the finals, which is the top 3. Had we gotten into the top 3, they erase all those scores. They send out a special crew of 4 judges that come, and they judge each team, and they sit down, and that is the final. So what we were judged on was the first round with everybody. We were judged on, for one, we had 3 judges pass by. I've gotten this film at the end with one of the judges just to show you how that goes. And then you also have a blind box that you turn in. You'll see us making the blind box. I'll show that at the end. That's something that you turn in, and they judge you off of it without knowing whose ribs it is. Okay, so very interesting, very cool. I got to meet a bunch of awesome guys in the business, pros, obviously, legends like Heath Riles, Malcolm Reed. I got to meet Myra Mixon, Big Mo Carson. Got to hang out with my buddy Eric, the Grateful Chef, who was in turn cooking with Boar's Night Out with the other Eric, and I mean, meet all those guys. In fact, big shout out to Boar's Night Out too. They took us in like family there for a while. After our competition, our rib thing was over, we went over to hung out with them. They let us in their tent, let us sample their freaking award-winning pig, and they got second place overall in whole hog, which is huge. And I mean, we were right there with them and just tearing it. Oh my gosh, y'all, it was awesome. Absolutely life-changing experience. Wonderful. I think I'm hooked now. I'm gonna have to get with Sarge and try to get him to help me out. But yeah, it was really cool. I'm trying to think of somebody I might have missed, but I'll stream the pictures. I saw Russ Jones, Smoky Ribs, of course, one of my YouTube buddies. He was there cooking. I mean, it was just a great fellowship. Everybody, even though we were competing, still helping each other out. If one guy lost out, you bring over some of your decorations or some of your stuff over to the next guy, and it was really, really cool. So anyway, I'm going to stream the video in after this. Just want to kind of tell y'all what's going on, what to expect. Again, this is not in any particular order, not that very good of an edited video. Main thing will be the photos afterwards, but I had a wonderful time. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody, and it was great. It was great. So here you go. Y'all enjoy the video. All right, y'all, we're here at Memphis in May. This is Judgment Day. This is the big deal here with the Whole Hog Cafe. We got some ribs here for a batch we're doing, all seasoned up, Compart Duart ribs. Now we'll come over to Sarge here. Sarge is the man here. Now, look, we'll come over here to the smoker, the custom-built cooker here. Check this out. Ooh, look at that. Those ribs. Look at that. Look out, see how that bone, you get a little bit of bone out there. Put my drink pan down here.
All right, we're going to check and see if we're close to being done here.
All right, here we go. I'm hoping 92. No, this is fine.
We're looking for 202.
202 is magic, right? Not 203.
Well, we'll fudge sometime. All right, we're getting close. But it's only 9 something too.
Okay.
They can't be righteous at 10:45. Okay, so what we're going to do here, you see these outside ones here, a little hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You got the door opening that way on the trailer.
Y'all, I'm going to come back to you later and put some more on, kind of show you from the beginning.
Now, this particular cooker here, the outside ones will cook faster than the inside. So we're going to do a little shuffle here.
Yeah, that's one thing you're going to have is smoke smell. So he's flipping them now, or we're flipping, reorganizing them.
We put that hot one in there.
I've never cooked ribs on a whatever, the meat side down like that. That's pretty cool. Well, I have when I flipped them and put with foil wrap, but I've never done it
Well, the secret to that right there is if you cook them meat side down, they curve like that, all them juices and stuff will puddle up in there and it'll keep the ribs moist. Okay. And then when you get done and you start putting your finishing to it and everything, then you flip them over and get rid of all that juice and stuff. So you get rid of all the grease and stuff, and then cook it another 10 minutes, set your glaze, and
Sarge, what do you have all down here? What is all that? Brown sugar?
Or something?
it's sand.
Oh, sand.
Sand and water.
Dr. Blind Box today.
Okay.
Sand and water. We want some moisture in the cabinet to help with the cooking process. Excuse me.
Right there, yeah. All right, y'all, so we're gonna get these reorganized. I'm gonna come back to you when we start loading up. We'll load this smoker up with some more ribs here in just a bit. Y'all, so we just loaded these new ones, see right there, into this smoker here. Put them on the belly side, the fat side down, the meat side down, bones up. Load those in there. What's that run, about 225?
They'll run about 250.
250, okay. And we're gonna start with those. Oh, one's over there almost finished. We're talking about what to do when the judge first
Card
comes.
that you look at to make sure it's the right team. So I'll check the card and make sure it shows our team. And then I'll maintain eye contact with the judge and walk him. We're going to go up on the smoker.
Okay.
And so I'll direct the judge around the trailer. And Sarge will be right here by the smoker. And then Miss Sheila will be back here in the back. And the reason we're doing that is the smoker opens on the right side. And we want it to be smooth. Because what I'll do is talk about the smoker. Then he'll open the door. We'll talk about the inside of the smoker, firebox and all that. And then when we're finished with the box, what we won't do is talk about time, temperature, wood, charcoal. We won't talk about any of the product up here. This will strictly be the iron that we'll talk about up here. And so when we're finished, Sarge will move the door, step back. I'll direct the judge. Judge, let's have a seat and we'll get going with this. And Chris is going to be right there. So as the judge steps down, he'll say, "Judge, watch your step," and just kind of direct the judge to the judge's seat.
Okay.
At that point, I'll follow the judge across and take my seat. So what you'll have is, I'm seated, the judge is seated, Chris is there, you guys are at the fence, and Miss Sheila and Sarge will pull a slab and put it on one of these presentation plates. Okay, up here. And so you kind of hang tight there in case he needs some help or he hands you the plate or whatever. Just once you direct the judge there, stay there in case Sarge or this needs, just come back here in case.
Come back here, go out there to help.
No, stay here in case he needs some help with this plate. We don't want to slide around and get glaze all over the whole plate. Okay, so you stay there in case he needs any help on that step. And then he may step down, Miss Sheila will hand him the plate, and then he'll go to the table. So once the three of us are at the table, then you can be here or back there, doesn't matter, you guys are there. At that point, we'll give the remainder of our presentation to the judge. And then when we're finished and the judge and we all stand up, you guys lift that center gate, pivot it away to let the judge.
So this will be the table.
Right here.
This will be where the judges sit here.
This house you guys will be standing right here.
Okay.
So you'll just, when we and the judge stand up, you guys will just turn around and pivot this gate to let the judge out.
Awesome.
And so the whole presentation will make the circle.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. And then we just,
Charles about to get real now. About time to glaze.
Thank you.
Man, this is serious business.
Hey!
Uh-oh. There we go. All right, pouring around.
oh my gosh.
I do need some more paper towels.
Paper towels. We need paper towels. We had a little difficulty going here.
Look at that right there.
You what?
They snap backside. See, a lot of people forget about doing the backside of the ribs. You're gonna taste both sides. Good stuff right there.
That's the reason.
Stars, what's that ketchup you're putting on them?
Yeah.
Heinz.
Heinz.
Okay. Not Hunt's.
No.
That's the secret right there. World class barbecue.
Hey, the one better than Heinz is best choice.
Best choice. Okay. Or what is it? Home recipe, house recipe.
House recipe, yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. Oh, you know, he's flipping back over.
Too late for that. Too late.
Sure. Get them situated just right there. We're gonna glaze this side. Yep.
What?
What would he?
I don't know.
Okay. A little bit of pixie dust on there. Finishing spritz.
Secret sauce.
Okay.
Watch your step and then you can just crab walk and you left.
Good stuff there.
Is that sticky right
Oh
there?
yeah. I know them boys.
No, like right in front of the
Want a little,
right
little
there.
meat.
That's sticky.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
All right, look at that. Look how it gets in there. And once he's gonna do that, and then he'll get rid of them brush strokes, and this stuff is gonna be perfect.
Anybody keeping track of time?
I'm trying to get the trailer.
10:26. What time do you want to be alerted?
We got first turning at 10:45.
Okay.
So
I'll keep you alerted on time.
That's pretty right there.
and then judging starts at 11.
All right, y'all. We're gonna let that glaze sit, and I'll come back to you.
10:35. We got.
All right, still basting up there. We're about to take them off, cut them up, do the blind. All right, y'all. Now Sarge is actually cutting up the ribs,
There you go.
cutting the bones, and then we're gonna pick out the bones, the best ones for the blind box. Okay. Okay, he's doing that in about 2 bone sections.
He's taking out.
Cut them with the bones down. And then he's going to correct all that.
Were those 2 1/4 and down?
Yep. And he's got to read the bones right there, make them good cuts.
Yeah, I had to trim a bunch off of them.
We brought them a box. Here's one of the most important parts. You gotta get that box to look beautiful. Okay, get everything fitting there like a perfect puzzle. Okay. I'm still working, so let's get that perfect piece. No jagged edges.
Not supposed to.
It's 3 minutes.
Running with the box.
We got 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes to get there. And
Got 9, so we're good.
he's gone.
No bitch.
Went that away.
No, went over that way. All right. Well, he's running with the box. And we're here waiting on judges.
We always like that. Why do they call that?
picking the litter from Compart Farms in Minnesota, wherever they are. And anyway, the loin bag is harvested off the hog. It's right at the top of the ribs, connected to the backbone and stuff. And then the loin muscle sits on the top. So that's where it got its name. And what we've got here is 2 1/4 and down, and we trimmed up. Got it ready for the show.
She passed the test with my model, so she's one ahead of me on that.
She did one now?
She passed the test on the big part, so my multiple guess test. Judge, you're welcome, as you know, as much as you want. We're not going to try to overcome it.
They're a little warm because we've got them right up the wire today. And
Have as little or as much as you want. We had one guy years ago, had a couple bones left, he actually put them in his gym trunks.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he had the whole slab, he had 2 bones left, a quick neck, it was disposable, wrapped, just stuck.
okay,
Anyway,
with the ribs, Friday morning they come out and check us into the park and stuff for the competition. And after they get through checking the meat and verifying that nothing's been done to it, it's the right temperature, we go to work on it. The first thing we do is take and we cut off where they took the rib off the hog right along the backbone. It has what I call knuckles. It's part of the vertebrae. And you don't want to chomp down on that when you're eating your ribs and stuff. So the first thing I do is go over with a good sharp knife and get rid of those knuckles. Okay. Then I come back over it and I look at it. I'm looking for sinew. Okay. Sinew is that long, stringy looking white tissue that runs parallel. Yeah, well,
parallel with the rib perpendicular.
anyway, it's on there.
Starts with a P.
I got you.
And we cut them off and everything. And then also, if that loin muscle sitting up here when they harvest the loin off the hog and stuff, sometimes they leave some of that loin muscle hooked up to your ribs and stuff. Sometimes it's pretty thick. And if it's on there, I'll take a knife and slice that off, thin it down a little bit and stuff. But I don't want to take it all off because it's a good tasty part of the ribs. It'll still have it on there, but it'll affect the way that when you try to pull the 2 bones, you'll see a tear kind of ragged and stuff because it's tearing across the loin muscle and stuff. And then we look and see if there's any membrane left on the inside of the rib and stuff. Try to get rid of all that. And then we season it. We use our house rub for the restaurant, Mohawk Cafe. And we put that on and wrap them up real good and tight, put them in a cooler overnight with their ice and stuff, a little marinade. And it'll cool all that down in there. And then the next morning we'll come in and if there's any excess or anything like that, we'll wipe that off and smooth it all out. And we're doing all that while we're getting the cooker cooked in. We'll build the fire, try to get it regulated at 250 degrees and stabilize. And then once that happens, then we'll load it up. And that's the reason we got right here with the wire today, is because the cooker wouldn't want to come up with speed this morning. It's kind of like me, a little slow, I guess. We got her there, and we got her right down to the wire, but we got her done. And what we use to cook with is pecan wood. It's seasoned for about 2 or 3 months. And then we use Kingsford charcoal for a good constant heat. And try to regulate it at 250 degrees. We're starting out with a water bath in there, and then we just let the water evaporate and